What's up, witches? My name is Taylor, and I'm the Tempest Witch, and today we're talking about the rune Fehu.
Oh. Oh.
So, Fehu is the rune of the god Frey, or cattle, literally symbolizing wealth and abundance. Cattle, for the most part, over the millennia that they have existed in cultures, have represented wealth and prosperity in the sense of they not only can provide you with meat, but also leather and cheese and milk. Wealth on its own isn't really necessarily a indication of anything. It is the potential for something. That's why if you're super rich and you're a money hoarder, that is all potential but doesn't actually manifest into anything, which is why hoarding wealth is a bad thing, amongst other things. We won't get into that today. But the domain of Fehu is wealth, abundance, prosperity, cattle, potential, any sort of upcoming gains, financial strength, transferable energy, security, fertility, new beginnings, profit, stuff like that. If it is upright and as it should be instead of Merkstav, it is almost always a positive sign. Fehu being a rune of potential and new beginnings, if it shows up, it is a sign that your business endeavors are headed in the right direction, they're coming into fruition, good things are on the horizon. In addition, Fehu is also a sign of good luck. Fehu can almost be dumbed down to the idea of attraction, whether that's the attraction of prosperity, attraction of physical intimacy, the law of attraction. It's drawing in good things. So overall, Fehu will almost always be something good. However, there is a complete other side of the coin when it comes to wealth and prosperity. Like I said, money hoarding is never good. All that potential running stagnant for the sake of greed is never a good thing. Money often can poison relationships, businesses, friendships. It's really easy to feel slighted and personally victimized by money, especially if you feel that the short end of a stick when it comes to a deal. It's why people often say that you shouldn't go into business with your friends because it often sours the relationship. Although prosperity and abundance is a good thing for the most part, if Fehu happens to be Merkstav, just keep in mind that there is a double side to abundance. By that same token, if Fehu is Merkstav, it could be a representation that one of your relationships, one of your friendships, one of your business dynamics is ending or coming to an end, or coming to a head even. So it's not necessarily a good or bad thing when it comes to that, but it might mean loss. Because again, with Fehu being just a normal stave, it is a sign of profit, so the opposite of that would be loss. So it might also mean that your business endeavors are not going the way they were supposed to. It might mean a time of struggle or strife. Just be aware that it is not a permanent block, but it is something that needs to be righted and moved through. As a talisman, Fehu is very good for protection, especially on journeys. Eventually we will talk about the rune Raido. You can use these in congruence with each other, but by itself it's good for protection. It's also good to be used as an empowerment for new journeys and new endeavors. So if you're going into something with a little bit of hesitation, especially new business ventures, using this rune to kind of embolden yourself would be a good idea. And something that's recommended is meditating with the rune Fehu to ask, what is holding you back? What is standing in your way? What is your next step? And by meditating with it, to kind of connect to your soul again and figure out what's in store for you. Because your higher self knows but your conscious self might not. So you need to have that connection between the two in order to move forward. Now, the energy of Fehu is very interesting because it's like a cow sitting in a large, lush, open field, just living its life. But then there's a wolf just in the distance, looming, just enough of a threat because you have all of this wealth and abundance and potential, but it always has the potential to go very wrong. Fehu is very much associated when it is mixed up with greed. So if you always keep in mind that money always has the potential to go in a bad direction, it will help you to right yourself when you are becoming greedy, when you are becoming overzealous, when you are becoming a little bit arrogant or self-centered, because money can do that to people. And I don't know why I've never used this book before. One of my friends gave me this book a long time ago. It's Nordic Runes by Paul Rice Mountfort, and there's sections on each of the runes and different stories and whatnot. And I think one of the most important was there was a couple poems that kind of help you understand the overall feeling of the runes. And this one specifically for Fehu is an Old English rune poem, which is, "Wealth provides comfort, but you must share it who hopes to cast lots for judgment before the gods." The saying, "you can't take your money with you after you die," has been true for millennia. Everyone has known it. Everyone has known the awful power of greed and how it will corrupt the mind. So if you come into a mass amount of wealth or abundance, it is better to share it than to hoard it. There's a Norwegian rune poem that goes, "Money causes strife among kin. The wolf grows up in the woods." Again, that whole energy of the wolf looming, money will always cause a potential threat. And that is something I'm trying to hammer home as much as possible, because in our society, we often think that money will make us happy. And to a certain degree, money provides security and comfort, but we have to choose to be happy. We will never be happy when we are trying to get more, trying to acquire more, trying to obtain more. Once you become content with what you have, that is how you begin to be happy. And that's something I'm learning myself. So I figured I would pass along that wisdom as well. And of course the quote, because there's always a quote, for Fehu goes, "Every beginning has within it the seeds of its own end." Alright guys, I hope that was quick, sweet, and to the point. I hope you're enjoying this series, and I'll see you on the next one. Skål, my friends.